Hello, internet. How's it going? And I'm live. This is my second live stream. So as some of you may know, I recently released my new book, My Life as a Mexican Pirate, on Friday, and I'm delighted to announce that today it just got to number one in adventure travel for new release. So I'm pretty happy with that. Thanks for everyone who commented, retweeted. I really, really appreciate it. It's fucking awesome. I had a cool book launch party there. I actually had a book launch party on a pirate ship on Friday. I had even friends who were supposed to fly in from the States for it. Now, unfortunately, they couldn't because of the travel bans, but we had a good showing. Um, we had the place decorated with, Mexican things and pirate things, and it was really blast. It was just a bunch of people close to me and a few newbies as well. Yeah, so I'm really happy. I'm here in Ireland now. I managed to make the flight, escape the island of Malta, um, from the madness that's going on there with the coronavirus. And here is pretty mad too. In fact, tonight in my local village, all the pubs are closing, and I imagine there's going to be a nationwide ban on all public spaces, restaurants, and pubs in the coming week in Ireland. Things are really kicking off here and in Europe in general. Um, and I wonder, will I get back to Malta? Because if I do get back to Malta, I'm automatically quarantined. I took that risk yesterday. I knew I would be quarantined. I'm supposed to be back on Thursday, and they're doing mandatory quarantine for all inbound flights to Malta. So I will likely, if I do get back at all, if flights aren't cancelled, when I return home on Thursday, I'm going to be in quarantine for 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. The world is changing rapidly. But at least I got some good news here. As I said, I'm pretty happy with this. And also got to number 6 in travel in general. And the paperback also got to number 2 in travel writing. At one stage, both the paperback and the Kindle version were both in the top 10. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's the reviews have been amazing so far. I wonder if I can get some more for you, but I'm still learning how to use this StreamYard platform. It's fucking cool. Um, yeah, I can see only one person's watching right now. I didn't announce this. This is kind of an impromptu thing. I'm just super happy, so I decided to get along. We got 2 people watching now. um, do I have any? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to share the good news, give an update. For the moment, it looks like I might be stranded here in Ireland. Um, I don't. So that's all I have to say. Pretty much. I'm getting a bit addicted to this live streaming thing. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, do check out the live stream I did with Troy Francis. That's TroyFrancis. It's a really cool interview. He's a lovely guy, and he dressed up as a pirate actually for the interview on Friday, which is really cool. All right, Jesse, what's going on, man? Jesse Charger is in the chat. He is owner of seductionscience.com. Jesse has been a reader of mine for a long time. A really, really nice guy. Got the book already. One sec. I can show this now. Yes, got the book already. Read the African section. Great writing, engrossing read. My Kindle copy has editing footnotes. Yes, the the initial version I uploaded on Kindle actually showed the embedded editor's notes. It was an old version of the Kindle, which is quite embarrassing. That's fixed now. Yeah, I think there was a few typos in it as well. It was just an older version I uploaded. I had a few people mention that to me. And also for some reason on the .co.uk site, the print version is coming out at 78 pounds. It's supposed to be 10. So, but I mean, this growing pains, it's going to happen. Yeah, sorry about that, Jesse. If you want, shoot me an email and I'll give you the new version of the Kindle, so you don't have to deal with those editors notes. They only come up at the end, so but I can understand it's a bit weird seeing all the comments. Let me know if the maps are working, because I heard in the first version as well some of the maps had issues. But I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad you like it. I said the reviews have been excellent. Masculine Books, the Masculine Books did an amazing review. If you go onto his site, it really sums it up, and I'm really overwhelmed with the response. It's been amazing. Buying the book later, audiobook. I actually am working on the audiobook, but there is so much work in it. I imagine it won't be ready till summer because the thing about the audiobook is if you can imagine every chapter you have to do sometimes two or three lines to get the sound right, especially if you're doing accents. There's a lot of African accents, and I could have like two or three African girls arguing with each other and the audiobook, and I have to come up with the accents. So it is quite difficult. But for every hour that you record, there's about 5 hours worth of editing. So I built a sound studio. I built like this small box beside my wardrobe. It has all the acoustic padding and everything. So I go in there and I do recording for about 2 hours per chapter. And then it could take 10 hours per chapter for editing. So it's no joke. It's almost as much work to do an audiobook as it is to write the damn thing. So I don't think it'll be ready till summer, honestly, because I've recorded about 60%, but I've only edited about 30-40%. So yeah, it's coming up. But check it out. I tell you what, if you, Michael, since you're on here, if you want to shoot me an email, if you can even buy the book today, I'll give you a free audio copy when it comes out if you want. Same with you, Jesse, just because you guys are the two people watching here. Why not? I'm feeling generous. I'm in a good mood, as I said. Pretty good results there. So anyway, yeah. So that's it, lads. Stuck in Ireland. Nothing new to bring up. I'm hopefully going to get on a few more live stream interviews. That was really fun. This whole live thing is, yeah, Michael. It's no small task. Um, Yeah, but this whole live stream thing is a bit addictive. It's a bit exciting because you don't know what's going to happen, and it's really cool to interact with people. Jesse, have you ever thought about doing it yourself? It's a new. One sec, Shane D. Hey, bro. What's up? We got another one else. Somebody else on now. All right, Shane, how's it going? Yeah, cheers, man. Appreciate it. Uh, That's great. Now I got three people on. I should have announced these live streams because you get more people on. It just but I'm kind of doing impromptu. It's still a very weird experience, just kind of riffing off the top of your head. But I'm going to do more of these in the future. I'm hoping to start doing live streams maybe once a week, even maybe have guests on. Because the great thing about live streaming is you don't have to edit it. When you do videos, you have to shoot, you have to edit. The editing often takes twice as long as the shooting, and just a lot of work involved. Same with blog posts. I mean, you do 1,000-word blog post, that could take you a couple of hours, and then you go back and edit it. It'd be 2 or 3 days before you get a blog post out. And not many people read blogs nowadays. That's the truth of it. I think live streams are much better. So so I think, yes, I think I will do more videos in the future. I think what I'm going to start doing is I will take a lot of my blog content and start doing live streams, basically going over the content. Let's say we pick a country like Azerbaijan or Iran, and we chat about it. I give my thoughts and I interact with people and their questions. I think that'd be a really fun idea for a show. Let me know if you that guy would appeal to you, or what kind of content would you like me to do? Because I said this is all new to me. Oh, bro, yeah, man. If that would be great. Absolutely. Yeah, I can blast the list. Yeah, but maybe we could do Jesse. Maybe we can do some sort of interview or chat, because I'd love to have a chat with you. Uh, you know, do you have you ever tried live streaming? Maybe we could have a chat, and that would even make it more interesting. Uh, that'd be fun, I think. For those who just coming on, Jesse has seductionscience.com. I think he's a dating coach. I don't know if you use that word, Jesse, but him and I have been chatting back and forth for years. He seems like a really cool guy. Did you ever travel in game? Did I ever travel and game in Belgium? Yeah, I've been to Belgium twice. I like Brussels a lot. I don't find the standard there particularly high, though. I love Belgium for the beers, though. For me, it's beer heaven. I love. I said I own bars in Malta, and the best sellers are like the Schoof, Delirium, Duvel. They're the king of beers. So I've only really been there for that. I did actually, wait a minute. The first time I was there, I was pulling some Finnish chick. That was years ago, though. Goddamn. Uh, I can't really say much about it, to be honest. And second time there, I was with my girl, so I didn't really get to see much. Delirium Pub, which is I think the largest selection of beers in the world. There's a ton of tourists, so if you want to get some sloppy drunk Americans, maybe that's the space to go. Uh, Cheers, man. Bumzilla, big fan of my last book. If you like my last book, you'll love this one because the last one, my first book was written in 2012, and my writing has gotten a lot better. You know, I tried to do an audio version of Naughty Nomad, the first book, and the writing was so, how can I put it? It just didn't flow as well as this new one, and I found it very difficult to do the audiobook version just because of the way I handle sentence structure and that kind of thing. But that's the whole idea about improving at writing. If you don't look back at your earlier work and just go, I mean, you're not improving as a writer. But in fairness, the first book got great reviews as well, so maybe I'm just being hard on myself. Hey Solo, are you a gamer like Xbox or PS? No, I wouldn't call myself a gamer, but there are certain games that like Fallout 4, where I forget who I am and I go back to my 15-year-old self and I get completely immersed in it. There's not a lot of games that can do that. I'm too busy, man. I'm way too busy. I'm managing two bars. There's a new one on the way. I also have an import and export company to manage. I do other stuff as well that I wouldn't say on camera, but I'm a busy boy. Let's put it that way. So I don't really. I'd love to have more time. That's a good thing about our generation. I reckon when we get older and retire, you look at retirement homes now, they're all kind of watching the same channels and bored. I reckon like millennial retirement homes are going to be amazing. It's going to be all VR and just consoles, and it'll be exactly like when you're a teenager again. I think it's going to be the shit. I got some VR as well. I got a VR set, but it's that Samsung Gear VR, so you really can't, you don't get the full interaction with as you do with the what do you call it, the full Oculus Rift set or the PS4. Yeah, but I said gaming. I love a bit of FIFA. All of us over here in Europe, we always get together with the guys, have a few drinks, watch FIFA. And I also got an emulator on my Nvidia Shield that has all the N64 games, like Mario Kart, GoldenEye, um, Mario 64, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I wish I had more time to kind of relax and do all that kind of thing. Anyway, thanks for the question, bro. Yeah, guys, so that's it. As I said, I was just new to the stream here. One sec. Number one on adventure travel. That's why I started doing the stream. Pretty happy, guys. Check it out. The reviews have been great. There was also another review on Nice Seduction. Sorry if I'm getting this wrong. I think it's called Nice Guy Seduction. Yeah, he did a blog post on it as well. Yeah, the response was overwhelming. Again, thanks for everyone who retweeted or commented or shared. It's really great because I had sent this book to a bunch of literary agents. I was going to go to the traditional publishing route. And basically, the feedback I got was in this day and age, this book would just not be published. It's too politically incorrect. It's toxic masculinity personified. So the general feedback I got was, yeah, we're not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. But it was great that I had the support that I could, get my audience behind it, get you guys behind it in the community, and we could, push it up there and sell some copies. It's pretty great. I don't recommend writing for a career though. If you put all the hours in, you're probably getting like 5 cents an hour because there's so much work that goes is involved in writing a book. But it's like taking a shit. You have to do it. That's how most writers feel. It's like I just have to do it, and it was a story that needed to be told. When you travel, what do you do in your downtime? God, I forgot what downtime's like. I like music. I play guitar. Yeah, I like to jam. I don't get that much downtime. I usually head to one of my bars, have a few drinks with the lads. I said I own craft beer bars, so we're always just trying out kind of things like that. But I don't get a lot of it. Like I'd be happy if I got a table quiz in on a Sunday night. My life's gotten very tame now. Um, and I still try to travel a bit. Last year I was in Kazakhstan, Nepal, Colombia, yeah, a bunch of trips. So that's kind of my diet time. I work hard and play hard. So I like to 100% focus when I'm back in Malta. And then I just go off the rails when I was traveling. I just was in Salzburg last weekend. I had basically a 48-hour piss up. It was incredible. And then the week before that, I was in Belarus, Lithuania, and Ukraine with 12 guys. And we were all dressed like Mexican pirates, actually. It's the last kind of big Mexican pirate siege. And that was just a mess. Like, you get 12 guys together as Mexican pirates in Kiev, Ukraine, you know, fucking, oh, it was a shit show. It was a goddamn shit show. Not at liberty to discuss the details, but you can yeah, if you read the book or the new book, you can kind of you can probably imagine what went on. Now, it was great to see some people on here. I wasn't expecting so much interaction, which is great. Um, these live streams are really fun. As I was saying, if any of you guys have any idea for what content you'd like to see in the live streams, I was just saying earlier, I'm thinking about picking a place, a country I've been to, kind of sharing all the stuff from the site, nightlife, girls, things to do, and maybe interact with questions. So I think that'd be a fun thing to do. And also maybe general just self improvement, pickup, all that kind of thing. I said, Jesse, let me know if you want to do a interview, because I think that'd be fun. Yeah, guys, that's it. So I think we got one more question. That's awesome, man. Excited to see more videos. Thank you very much, Shane. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, why not? This is funny. It was a bit weird starting out because the thing about live streaming is you're talking to yourself essentially. You got to you can't be having any awkward silences, and anything can happen. Someone could just come into the room now and say you left your dirty underwear outside or something. Well, maybe not, but I am in my family home. Actually, I'm in a little village in Ireland at the minute. My parents' base. We're supposed to come back for Paddy's Day. Group of us from Malta, but they cancelled St. Patrick's Day, and as of tonight, even all the pubs are closing here. So shit's hitting the fan, guys. The world is changing rapidly. People are going to lose their jobs. People are going to lose fortunes. We're all going to be affected by this, and I think it's only getting started. It'll be interesting to see how things progress. But there's opportunities. If you have any cash stashed, the stock markets are plummeting. Crypto is cheap right now. We'll just have to see how it develops. I think that there's a vaccine in the works. The Israelis and two American companies have already begun preclinical trials. So, but that takes time. So they reckon be June at least till the potential of a vaccine comes on the market. So I don't know how it is over in the States right now, but in Europe, things are getting really crazy. Empty shelves, the supermarkets. In Ireland right now, you can't have more than 100 people inside a place, and that's probably next week. It's complete shutdown. Matt Forney was on my live stream, first live stream a few days ago, and he was saying in Albania, they even banned private cars off the road, if you can imagine, which is nuts. It's funny to see a fellow Irish gamer. Best of luck and stay safe. All right, cheers, Taz. When you say gamer, do you mean gamer or like game like pickup? I was talking about pickup. I'm not really a big gamer, but that word is yeah. But if it's pickup, yeah. But said I'll calm down a bit. But that's my history. Yeah, guys. So yeah, thanks for having me. 20 minutes day gamer. All right. I never did day. He says he means day gamer. He's saying. So day for those who don't know, day game is when you go up and pick up girls in the daytime. I was always a night guy. Very much a night guy. I did a bit of day stuff, but I always found it a little bit strange to take time out to do it. Just I'm a night guy. I'm high energy. I'm a night guy. But I do think that day game in general is good, especially if you get a little bit older. And I think guys can do better during the day and get better quality. Because if you go at nighttime, girls are dressed up to the nines. A six can look like an eight, five could look like a seven, and so on. Whereas during the day, she is just dressed normal, no, maybe less makeup on. She's not expecting it, and it's more of an equal playing field. And also, have the balls to go up and talk to a girl in the day. That's fucking awesome. Um, and yeah, I do think I really respect guys who go out and do the day game thing. It's not for me personally. I say like online, I'm not so into it. I'm a night guy, but it's all about what plays to your strengths. So, do you like solo travel, or and do younger? Sorry, do younger scared? I'm not sure. Do you younger scared when traveling around to a new place? Yeah, I think you mean, do you ever get scared? Maybe. Do you like solo travel? I prefer always to travel with friends. I've done a lot of solo travel. There's a lot of advantages in solo travel, and everybody should do some solo travel at some stage in their life, because the situations you get into, it's incredible. You can do what you want. You have a very different type of adventure when you travel alone, especially if you're willing to let loose. And you find out a lot about yourself when you travel, what you really like. It's I think everyone should do it, and I always think you shouldn't wait around for people either. If you want to go somewhere, just book a ticket. If people want to go, they go. Every trip I've done is almost like that. I say, guys, I'm going to Somalia, or I'm going to Syria, and if you guys want to come, come. But it never would stop me. But people do come. I'm very lucky to have a crazy bunch of friends who are similarly minded. Um, do I ever get scared? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, of course. There's a couple of times that have been pretty scary. The scariest was, I think, when I was in Haiti after the earthquake, because I was alone. And if anyone's have read my new book, I know it's been out since Friday, but it was pretty dodgy, and some pretty bad stuff happened to me as well. Same with Dominican Republic. Anytime I travel alone, I'm a bit of a loose cannon. So I need supervision. That's why it's better to travel with friends. Um, but I got scared. Somalia was scary as well. Syria was ropey, especially, as it says in my book. We had. I'm not going to tell. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what happens. You just check it out, because just some dicey situations, you're going to get scared. But I always say the most dangerous thing about traveling to, the dodgy parts of Africa or wherever, it's always usually the local females, getting honey potted or robbed and stuff. That's something. I've too many bad things have happened to me. Well, the fear is the fun part of it. I mean, that's the addictive part of it. Some people get their kicks from extreme sports. Some people get their kicks from gambling. I get my kicks from kind of going to dangerous places. That's always been my thing. I imagine when I start having kids and stuff, I imagine that's going to happen in the next couple of years. I'll be less inclined to go to such ropey spots. But in the short term, I really would love to do like Afghanistan and maybe Central African Republic or something like that. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Right now, no travel plans. I've got a lot of trips planned. I got a lot of weddings to go to this year, but nothing too adventurous for this year. And I think a lot of people will be canceling their plans, and flights will be shutting down with the coronavirus. And by saying coronavirus, I'm pretty sure this got demonetized. But I don't really care, because I'll probably make 5 cents off this. But I know there's some flag words on YouTube, whatever. Um, yeah, but it's going to be an interesting year. For those who can travel in the United States, Colombian peso. I said this in the last live stream. Colombian peso is at its lowest level against the euro and the US dollar in history. So it's a great time to go to Colombia if you can. And pretty much anywhere. I mean, there's not going to be a lot of tourists around. But anyway, stay safe out there. I'm not going to promote irresponsible travel. Right, guys. I think I'm up to around 25 minutes. I think I got about 5 minutes left. If any of you guys want to ask me some questions, where's your current missus from? My current missus is from Colombia, actually, Cartagena. She's a costeña. Um, which gamers inspire you? Uh, You know, the biggest influence on me, like when I was 18, my dad actually gave me a copy of Neil Strauss's The Game, uh, which was actually one sec. Let me just pull up something here. Neil Strauss's The Game, and I'm just gonna show something here if I can. Yeah, so that was a huge influence on me when I was younger. And actually, I'm trying to pull up Instagram here because I actually have a picture with Neil that I took my second book, Naughty Nomad's Guide to New York City. I happened to release it, believe it or not, the same day or the same weekend as Neil Strauss when he wrote The Truth, which was the encore to The Game. And it's an excellent book. I recommend you read it. It's so funny. That guy is a great writer. It's like, here, let's see if I can I show you this. No, I don't know what's going to pop up here. No, that's that boomer stream, lads. Sorry with this. Okay, forget about it. It's not the. Oh, here we go. No, forget about it. But I basically have a picture up there on my Instagram of me and Neil Strauss. Um, he was a huge influence on me when I was 18, but it was his mentor, Mystery. Which was the biggest influence. That's the whole Mexican pirate thing. It's Peacock and it's Mystery Method 101. His book, The Venusian Art Handbook, is my Bible, I suppose. And we just took the Peacock in the Mystery Method up to like level 11. And that's what the new book really details, just how far and effective that stuff is. It's so effective if applied correctly. People think the Peacock and thing doesn't work because you look ridiculous. But if there's a lot of you guys, if you're in a group, which he recommends you do, if you're going to Peacock, as being a group where you're all ridiculous, that should still holds up. The Mystery Method is still, for me, still number one. He's the original. Any other guys? I read loads of guys. I mean, back in the day, like David D'Angelo got me into a lot of the deeper genetic stuff, and I know, but modern day guys, I don't have too many influence. I got into game and stuff when it's kind of kicked off, over a decade ago. So I kind of just got inspired from those guys and kind of ran my own thing after that. But I don't really follow a lot of the modern guys because I was kind of molded in I'm an old G at this stage. I'm an old G at this stage. Which city in Colombia? Cartagena. To answer your question, I love Colombia. It's amazing. Would you ever move to Latin America full time? Yeah, if I had kids, I'd be thinking Colombia, just for them to have Spanish, and also I think there's good real estate opportunities in Colombia. There's great rental yields. I think the lifestyle there is cool. I would consider moving to Colombia. Um, but right now, I mean, I got such a sweet thing going on here in Malta. Great investments. I'm kind of I'm gonna do, I'm doing too well here. There's no real incentive for me to leave right now. There's no point going back to Ireland either. It's impossible to get real estate over there. Over here, should I say? I'm in Ireland right now. But yeah, I would consider it. Favorite Colombian cities? I love Cartagena. I like Medellin. Um, Cartagena can be a bit touristy. The traffic's terrible. Medellin seems like a better, more livable city, and the temperature is kind of really nice. It's always spring there. Bogota was my favorite for, if I'm pronounced that right. I always fucking pronounce those cities wrong. Was my favorite for nightlife. I mean, the nightlife in the capital is excellent, but it's cold there, and the people are less friendly. Uh, but check it out, guys. It's a best way to learn languages. Good question. So learn I learn languages constantly. I'm pretty good at Spanish, Russian. Studied Arabic in university. Last year I learned Farsi. I did a month worth of Farsi and Thai. I speak good Mandarin too. But I use Pimsleur, Pimsleur, Pimsleur. I believe that the American government uses it too. It's an audio course, 30 minutes a day for 30 days. That's one course. And they can have up to 3 courses depending on the language. And it's absolutely just brilliant, for it's brilliant for learning. It's no grammar, it's just pure It's pure audio, and it gets you to think in the language. And 30 days. I remember my first 30 days in Russian. I did 6 weeks in Russian. I remember going on a date without English, and Chinese as well. I did a month worth of that, and I was able to get around China fine. And I still remember a lot of the stuff. Did a month of Thai as well when I was training MMA over there. Farsi and Thai though, they're really really difficult. Spanish is easy enough. I speak French as well. Did 2 months of worth of French before West Africa, and I was going on dates in French. So Pimsleur is the job, guys. I recommend it to everyone. The results are incredible. Um, Also, there's I think there's a few books you can read about how to acquire the language. Using word association. There's a way you can observe it quicker that way. Yeah, but Pimsleur, man, all the way. It's excellent. Don't bother with the writing or the grammar. Just it's all about conversation and communication, and that they excel at that stuff. I think they even have one for Irish. They have one for everything. Yeah. So, oh, sorry, guys. Cut out there for a second. But yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I gotta be somewhere. Um, but yeah, thanks for everyone who participated. That was cool. It was only 30 minutes, but it was nice to get a few people on and get a few questions. Again, just delighted to see this. Um, where is it? I'm not going to pull up the screen again, but yeah, it was great to see. Number one for In Adventure Travel, the new book, Savage. Thanks for everyone who made this happen. And peace out, guys. Hopefully, we make this a regular thing. If you have any ideas for content in the future, maybe it's best that we schedule a time or something every week. Because I really like this. It's really fun. And it's great to interact with you guys. So. But for now, peace out. MexicanPirates.com if you wanted to get this. For another day, I'm doing the 50% off. It's only $5 if you guys haven't picked it up yet. The reason why I'm extending it is because my mailing list still I'm only 70% through my mailing list, so I have to wait till everyone gets their email to avail of the offer before I shut it down. So, but check it out, guys. The reviews have been amazing. Audiobook in the summer, paperback, Kindle, all that jazz. You can get the PDF and ebook versions on that site as well. NaughtyNomad.com. Get me on Twitter, guys. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at Naughty Nomad. Same with Instagram, at Naughty Nomad. If you're not part of our Facebook group already, Facebook Naughty Nomad group. We it's all about like guys traveling. If wingmen trying to like meet each other and all stuff. It's a cool group. Yeah, enjoy the lockdown, man. Thanks, Mr. Meerkat. You got to give me your first name. Yeah, cheers, man. Hopefully, I'll get back to Malta and I'm not stuck here. But I mean, there's worse places to be stuck than in Ireland. So, all right, guys, take care. Right, adios.